So let's go ahead and kick it off Thursday night on Amazon Prime. The Niners, who look pretty stout, take on the Giants of New York, who looked for about 6 quarters like the biggest pieces of shit that have ever taken the field, that wore a big blue New York Giants jersey. And then all of a sudden, Daniel Jones dropped back to pass, and he found a streaking rookie named Jalen Hyatt, who caught a big catch for a first down. And it's like all of a sudden, Danny Dimes woke up. First of all, I think we're both picking San Francisco on this game. I don't really care what the spread is. I think we're both going to pick.
Well, it's one of the biggest spreads I've seen, 10.5.
Oh, well.
I don't know that I can go with it. I don't know if I can.
Maybe so. Maybe.
I mean, they're playing in San Francisco, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
At 49ers. I mean, that's a lot of points, but we saw them get blown away. It depends on which team shows up.
Yep, it sure does. All right, so the Giants, they're going to have a tough row-ho. No Saquon Barkley, so they got Breida, which, okay, I mean, he performs. Whatever. Okay, right? Who is it going to be besides Darren Waller that steps up in that wide receiver room?
And he's already banged up. Big surprise there.
He's going to be banged up all year long.
Dude.
Only got a couple shares of him, but.
I mean, he's an Auburn boy. I love Darius Slayton. I think he can. He is like a Robert Woods. He's a great number 2. We talked about that last week. Players that are great number 2s, like Alexander Madison, great number 2. Some of them just don't translate into a number 1. And that's what's happened with Slayton. I think he's a great number 2, but there's nobody. So if Jalen Hyatt can stay on this, can stay on this path, it could open things up. I don't know when Wan'Dale Robinson is coming back. He had some sparks last year, but yeah, right now it's Waller. And here's what I don't get, son. And I'm getting all kinds of fantasy alerts. I'm sorry, you can hear them. Waivers fired.
News. Let's go. Soon.
Why don't they run some 2 tight end sets with Dan Bellinger?
Dude, Bellinger was such a good player last year. He's a total afterthought now. I agree. Look, especially if you're not going to have the running and passing game out of the backfield with Burrito.
2 tight ends.
Run the 2 tight ends. Let's build a little stuff down the field. As far as I think the only people, look, if you're in a 2 quarterback league, you got to play Daniel Jones, right? The upside is so big. Even when he does not, it's like Tim Tebow. He could have a 4 through 3 quarters and end the game with a 29. Right?
He runs the ball.
So much upside. On the other side of the ball, the Niners defense, I mean, look, they look good, but the Rams were way better than advertised. And we'll get to the Rams. I know Buck's going to be excited about getting to the Rams. There's some real cool stuff going on. But I really honestly think, Buck, that the Niners defense are going to get a little bit better as it goes along. Ayuk a little banged up, which is a bummer. And going back to his rookie season, he was kind of banged up a little bit. That's kind of why it took him a while. They tried to get Debo involved. They got Kittle involved a little bit. So, I think you can trust any of your big 4 or on the Niners.
Ayuk's questionable right now.
Debo, right? If Ayuk plays,
you got a shoulder issue, and they're thinking it might be worse than they thought it was. I mean, that's the rumblings that I'm hearing. God, me too, man. But people just keep an eye on that because Debo's value goes up a good bit, and Kittle as well, especially Kittle.
Yeah, McCaffrey. I don't think his value can go any higher. He can. Now, Brock Purdy is very interesting.
I love him.
He's number 1 in completion percentage and accuracy and all that stuff. With that defense, he's never going to have a 400-yard, 6-touchdown game. It's just not going to happen. But if you're in a 2 quarterback league, which we hope you are, because that's the wave of the future, dude. We've been living in the future for 10 years or whatever.
Dude, people they're like, this is something new.
Yeah, exactly. But Purdy is a solid number 2 quarterback. Yep. So there you go.
Solid. He's going to put you up.
Yep. He's getting an 18. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. By the way,